Jesus freak here. This was prompted by a question from Colin V. And I've talked about this before, but it's been a while. I'm going to go through a few of my Bibles and show you something. Okay, here's a Nelson from, I believe, the 1980s. The Red Sea crossing is actually across a creek. And they refer to the Gulf of Suez as the Red Sea. Here's a TBS Westminster. So you're dealing with more recent maps from Trinitarian Bible Society. They put you across the Gulf of Suez. More water, still wrong. There's two problems with this map. The first is that they're putting the crossing of the Red Sea across the Gulf of Suez. The second is they're putting Sinai on Sinai, when Paul says Sinai or Horeb is on the Arabian Peninsula. Dutch Bible does the same thing. And this is disturbingly common. Current Zondi maps? They didn't even try! I have to wonder what skeptics are behind this cartography. Because it's ridiculous as so many of these Bibles. Let's see what this says. This is somewhat older. Hard to read, but it's obviously not crossing through the Red Sea, because the Red Sea is barely even on the map. And this is a Thompson chain from the 60s. Same problem. They put them through the tip of the Gulf of Suez. Oh, but it says Yam Suf, the Reedy Sea, not the Red Sea. It's Red Sea. See, it might be miraculous enough to go across the 20 miles of the Gulf of Suez that I just did the research about an hour or so ago. But to go across the 200 miles of the Red Sea is an even truer miracle. And I suspect there's skeptics on the cartography cruise here. Now, Paul, writing in the 1st century CE, specifically said that Sinai was on the Arabian Peninsula. Then why does every single map have to put it on the Sinai Peninsula? If the Bible says it's on the Arabian Peninsula, then it's on the Arabian Peninsula. That should be clear as mud. But I guess, the cartographers are trying to line things up with their view of reality. The problem is their view of reality ain't coming from here, where it should be. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. If you're a skeptic, you're going to look at things with skeptical eyes. And everything's going to look wrong to you. Because you're not looking at it right. It was Pastor Steve Waldron from the New Life Church of Albany, Georgia, who first pointed this stuff out to me. Now, I might disagree with him a bit on theology, but I think he's right on the mark here. The maps are just all wrong. The only one I can remember being right was the Common Man's Reference Bible, and that's got a ton of other issues. Shame, really. Jesus freak out.